What's up guys, I'm back. It's been a while between videos. It's been a pretty hectic time ahead, like in the past 5 months since I last did a video. A lot has gone on in my life. Moving house and not changing jobs, but relocating for work was a lot, pretty hectic. Good news is I've got a nice little setup going on here, green screen, proper dedicated study for my gaming. It was going to be originally also more for video stuff, but let's be real here, it's mainly gaming. Been able to get a key light set up, which is nice and shiny on the old dome, as well as, yeah, like room for my own stuff. It's pretty cool. Reason behind this video is pretty much just touch and base. It's going to talk, this is more about, I guess, how things have gone for me on the physical side, the fitness level. As you guys have probably known, I am very much into gym, life, fitness, all of that just takes over me. But about 6 months ago, I hurt my back in a pretty bad way. It's a bit ridiculous how it went down because I've been exercising pretty much non-stop at the gym, virtually without a day off for, at that point, 2.5 years, which when you think about it, can't be that surprising that I hurt myself by now. I just finished a overload week at the gym where I was going for personal best numbers, doing really like putting my best ever deadlifts, my best ever squats, best ever bench, like really solid work. Then the week afterwards was the deload week where I'm meant to really start taking it easy. And what happened was I was doing a dumbbell bench press with, I think it was 24 kilo dumbbells, which granted was close to personal best, but it was like, I think my personal best at that stage last week I was doing 26. I'm like, oh yeah, 24 might be a bit of a lighter one. At the end of that, I went to sit up to put the dumbbells away, and it was a sit up motion with the dumbbells in my hand that created this massive like spasm in my lower back, basically a pinched nerve right above the buttocks, which in retrospect isn't that surprising because after what I put my body through, I then tried to do a very poorly planned 50 kilo sit-up. So yeah, that really got me down for a while because I had chronic agonizing pain for about 3 months, where maybe the first month of it, I'm like, oh, if I take it easy for a few days, I can then get straight back into it. And then I would go back to the gym and just do anything at all, and it would just bring that pain right back. My job at work is a desk job, and sitting down at the desk all day with, like, you know, on a computer was just creating a really bad radiating pain in my back where I was just in constant pain. Started seeing a physio, and I was having spurts where I would take weeks off at a time of just no exercise, or at most walk, or just accessory stuff like just bicep. It led to it basically put me in a really dark path because I wasn't able to do the things that made me proud of myself. I have talked a lot about my mental health issues and my self-confidence issues, and the one thing that was really getting me through it all was my fitness activities, my life at the gym, my exercise, and what I was doing. And then I felt like it was unceremoniously taken away from me, that I was like, I'd let myself down. I'd now become a failure to my own body. And that just really got me down. And it got to the stage where I would stay home, rest, sleep in, at most do a walk, and that would get me down because I'm not doing what I want to be doing. Or I would go to the gym and be unable to do what I want to be doing, and then I'd again feel disappointed in myself, and it really got me in a funk. What's good is about 3 months in, I was seeing a physio every 2 weeks, just doing stretches, routine massages, that weird almost like an ultrasound sort of thing, I don't know how to describe it, even a form of acupuncture, I don't remember what it was called, but it was like the Western equivalent of it, but in short I got stabbed by needles. And suddenly I was feeling a bit better in time, and I can now comfortably say, after literally I think it was 6 months to yesterday, maybe? Anyway, about 6 months later, I have gotten probably 90% of myself back on track. I still do feel a bit of pain in my lower back when doing things like deadlifts, like unassisted deadlifts especially, and rowing, the cardio style rowing. If it's like the weight, sit down, resistant pull fine. I can actually do that great, which is awesome because honestly my back game is probably the thing I'm most proud of with my progress. Then the rowing, like the cardio sort of rowing, just still causes a bit of irritation, but what's comforting is I'm sort of realizing what I can and can't do for a little bit, and as each time goes past I'm feeling like I can get better and better at it. I'm about to put up some of my like routine progress photos. It's been about 4 months since I last did that because my exercise has been so all over the place, and one thing I've become very aware of is I've not been able to do any leg or core exercises really for 6 months, or any real cardio besides a light jog for 6 months. I've been able to really work on what I'm good at, not what I'm good at, but like I've been able to work on what I know I can work on. I've known my limits, I've known my restrictions, so luckily I've still been able to put a bit of effort into chest, back, shoulders, arms, and like I can do calf, I can do hamstring, but I've only maybe in the last 2 weeks gotten back into squats and deadlifts and more intense cardio, like basically not really anything more than longer and longer runs. I've now set myself a personal goal to try and get back to a half-hour constant run. Right before I hurt myself, I was able to do, I think my best was 50 minutes of a constant run without really stopping. That was amazing. I had very sore feet afterwards and I didn't do any exercise for about 3 or 4 days, but baby steps, literally. So yeah, it's been a lot. It's been really, really difficult at times. I've really felt like a failure. I've really felt down on myself, and I really got back into getting in my head a bit, really just getting into a real funk of things. But I want to say it's the last 2 months specifically that I sort of felt like I was getting my body back. When I got to about, you know, if I could put random numbers on it, 60% recovered, I felt like, hey, when I go back to the gym and do the restricted things I can do, I can start putting the weight back. So to give you an idea, when I first went back, I was doing bench press, and anything more than probably 75% effort was hurting my back. I thought I could do leg press, and then I was doing about, I want to say like 60% of my best at leg press, and I was hurting my back, and that would hurt me for days. I'm now at the stage where I can do those things a little bit more confidently, and it's feeling good. I'm actually really happy with how that's gone. Lewis just entered the room, which is why I'm distracted. But then like this last 2 months, I was able to get those numbers back. I was able to return to where I was at with bench press, return to where I was at with things like just bicep curl or incline bench or seated row or whatever the pull down's called, lat, iso pull down, whatever that is. Been able to get to doing them again, getting numbers onto them. And in the last 2 weeks, right around the time that I was relocating for work and found a new gym to go to, I've been able to really start putting weight into legs again. Like squatting, I'm far from where I was, but I've been able to, so my personal best was 130. I've been able to do 80, 90 kilo reliably without really regretting it. Leg press, my best was 272. I'm about 220 at the moment, still got a way to go, but hey, I'm getting there. Bear with me, I'm about to sneeze, I think. Maybe, is there a sneeze coming? Boo, what do you think? Is there a sneeze coming? Cool, no sneeze. Wait. But yeah, it's not without my restrictions that I need to become more aware of. I, for example, right that day when I'm like, yeah, my leg press is back, I can squat again. I then attempted to do deadlifts with a barbell, just traditional barbell deadlift, and my personal best, that was 120. I reckon I went for 80, and on the 5th rep it was just not good. So I know I'm a little bit away from that. Luckily, in this new gym, there's a couple of alternatives to that, which is pretty cool. I'm looking forward to doing that. Boo has now found the green screen. He thinks it's great fun. And then when I'm like, alright, I'm going to do leg day, which I know I can do. I'm going to do things I know I can do, but I'm also going to add a bit of cardio. Did a bit of work on the steps, did a little bit of a jog. I'm like, alright, let's end it with a good row. Boo now jumped up on the bookshelf behind the green screen, so this could end badly. I figured, alright, let's start rowing. I used to do multiple lots of 250 up to, which takes about, I think it was almost bang on, like a minute 20 to get 250 meters. I'd do that 4 times to get a good kilometer in. And on my 500 meters, I was like, nope, there is a back pain again. So I'm always learning what I can and can't do. but I feel like I'm on my way back and things are going to feel good. Once I feel, well, basically I'm at the stage now I'm starting feeling better about myself again. I just hope to be able to be a bit more active. Overall, I've very much disappeared pretty heavily from social media when all this went down, just because I felt like in a funk, because a lot of the stuff I used to post came from when I was doing for my walks, which I loved doing as a once a week, twice a week shake up from the gym. But when I got to a stage where it was the only thing I could do, suddenly it felt like a punishment, so I lost the effort to do it. And I want to get back to being how that was. I went for my first outside walk since moving into the new place, which is like a month. I've done walks on treadmills and shit, of course, but this is my first real, like, let's just walk around the area. Felt good. I'm really glad about it. But yeah, I mean, I've spent the last 2.5 years living by the mantra, always stronger. Everything I was doing, always stronger. And it really helped me get to where I wanted to be. And then that got taken from me, and always stronger became just try to be strong. And I feel like I'm finally getting back there, and always stronger is back, and always stronger is going to keep going. Just a quick one, guys. Thank you. Probably not the most exciting. I want to give more updates, but you know what? Things were shit, and now things are getting better.